Hi there, and welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Great to see you, and what a week it has been. Fantastic, 2 hours or so. Please stick with us with this. We've got so much to tell you about and so much to show you as well. You're all very welcome indeed. I'm going to kick off by talking about the lineup of the show for today. Shortly, I'm going to be talking to one of the inquiry report authors. Last year, you may remember, a set of people were chosen to look into COVID-19 and the high proportion of Black and Asian minority ethnics dying from the disease. He was one of those, Patrick Vernon MBE. Now we're dealing with something else right now, vaccination hesitation. I'll say it again, vaccination hesitation. What's going on in our community? All right, so he's going to be talking to us very shortly. Next up at 7:20, we've got Mena Lloyd, author of Lovers Rock. It's more than just a dance floor. She's going to explain all that. It's kind of amazing. I love that book. 7:30, we have members of the management team at the Tudor Rose nightclub in London. They're going to talk to us about their brief brush with the law in regards to the COVID restrictions, but more importantly, the future for that popular hotspot, that venue there. 7:40, Norma Bazinga with this week's Spotlight. And Nubian Red, the gorgeous Nubian Red, is going to be talking about, she's got a two-pronged thing here, but most importantly about a fundraising initiative for her son who needs an operation. She's going to explain all that to you herself, and I think she is wise to do that, but she's also going to be featured in the entertainment corner with Anthony Jordan, because Anthony Jordan has got a lineup himself, and I'll let you tell him. I'll let him tell you that. Anthony, can I have you, Squire?
You're going to let them tell me. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's all a surprise. I'm joking.
How are you?
I'm all good. I'm all good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. You know, it's been a fast week, though. Don't you think the week went quick?
Blink and you miss it. Yes. January is normally the long month, and January is like finishing. I don't believe it. Last day of the year already, of the month. So there we are. But no, yes, as you said, Entertainment Corner, we will have Nubian Red, we will have the Stevie J UK Chart Show, we will have Annette B's Gospel Explosion, and we will have the man himself, Grant T. Asher. It's going to be absolutely jam-packed and loaded. It's one not to be missed. It's full of fun. I'm all over it.
And we all know about the most important details for everyone to know about, competition details and who's won what.
Indeed, exactly. All these prizes to be won and all those to be enjoyed. I can't get any. Yeah. I love it. Great stuff.
There you go. We are going to be starting off on kind of like a sad moment, Anthony. I'm going to be talking about, the death of the wonderful, absolutely wonderful lady, Cicely Tyson. We lost her on Thursday, 28th of January, and I've just got a little tribute to say to her. So we're going to kick off with that. So Anthony, I'll see you later, my dear.
Oh, okay, guys. I'll catch you at the Entertainment Corner. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, as I've just said, Cicely Tyson, we lost her on the 20th of January. This wonderful, iconic lady who started off in such a, well, they do say the MTA's model turned actress, and she was the original MTA, model turned actress. So let me talk to you about her. Cicely Tyson was born on December 19th, 1924. She was an American actress and fashion model and activist. In a career spanning more than 7 decades, she became known for her portrayal of strong African-American women. She was discovered by a photographer for Ebony magazine and became a successful fashion model. Her first acting role, however, was on the NBC television series Frontiers of Faith in 1951. Tyson played her first role in Carib Gold in 1956. She had a small role in 1959 films Odds Against Tomorrow and also The Last Angry Man. Her first stage appearance was in Vinnie Carroll's production of Dark of the Moon at the Harlem YMCA in 1958. She won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, 4 Black Reel Awards, 1 Screen Nation Actors Guild Award, 1 Tony Award, an Honorary Academy Award, and a Peabody Award. Now, having appeared in the minor film and television roles early in her career, she achieved widespread attention and critical acclaim for her performance as Rebecca Morgan in Sounder in 1972. She was nominated for both the Academy Award and Golden Globe Award for the Best Actress for her work in that film. Cicely's portrayal of the title role in the 1974 television film, The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman won her further praise. Among other accolades, she scooped 2 Emmy Awards and a nomination for a BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role. She continued to act in film and on television in the 21st century, and in 2011, she played the role of Constantine Jefferson in the award-winning film The Help. Cicely also played the recurring role of Ophelia Harkness in the legal drama TV series How to Get Away with Murder since the show's inception in 2014, for which she was nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series 5 times. Yeah, she's alongside a great lady as well, with Viola Davis in the leading role in that. In addition to her screen career, Cicely appeared in various theatre productions where she received a Drama Desk Award in 1962 for her off-Broadway performance in Moon on a Rainbow Shore. She also starred as Carrie Watts in the Broadway play The Trip to Bountiful, winning the Tony Award and the Outer Critics Award and the Drama Desk Award for Best Actress in a Play in 2013. Cicely was named a Kennedy Center honoree in 2015, and in November 2016, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the highest civilian honor in the United States. Don't you see that? In 2020, she was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame. She died peacefully at her home, surrounded by her family. She was aged 96. The wonderful Cicely Tyson, actress and activist, December 1924 to January 28th, 2020. We honor and praise you. Right, and I just want to say a quick thing as well now. Having said that, there's some good news on the frontier here, the Windrush compensation. A quick thing to say, story so far, some 17% of claimants have received monies as of end December 2020. Get on it, please. Those who haven't already filed in your claim, do so, please. So at least we know the figures are rising, 17%. Good. Right. Now, hopefully, I do have the wonderful Mr. Patrick Vernon with me, because this is a story that's not leaving our news headlines and also the front pages of our newspapers here in the UK. We're talking about vaccination hesitation. We're talking about the COVID-19 immune vaccination that in our community, not just ours, it has to be said, Asian communities as well, for some reason, there's a lack of trust, there's a lack of, confidence about taking this vaccination. We really need to know why. Hopefully, to give us some of those answers, or maybe just talk to us a bit more about this. Patrick Vernon, MBE, please join me now, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening to you. Hi, Pam.
Hi there, Patrick. Thank you for joining. I know you're so busy. Everyone's asking for you to talk about this because you were one of those that was also involved in the inquiry that we had last year, looking at the high numbers of deaths in the Caribbean community, the Black community and Asian community as well, but certainly the Black community with COVID-19. Now we've got another problem, Patrick, vaccination hesitation. Please talk to me. What's going on?
Well, I think we know what's going on. Essentially, if we talk about within the Black community and the Caribbean community, we are less likely to take the vaccine. There have been a number of surveys been done by a number of organisations, including the government, find that a high proportion of us either don't want to take the vaccine or have refused to take the vaccine. And, it's quite understandable. I mean, I've worked in the NHS for a number of years. I'm currently sitting on the board of 2 NHS organisations, and I've been involved in the whole stuff around public health for a number of decades and campaigning for our rights around better healthcare, particularly around mental health. So I think if we were to break it down, Pam, I think there's about 4 main reasons why we have this hesitancy particularly within the Black community. Firstly, people have, despite the fact that the NHS is a cherished national institution, all the opinion polls throughout the decades have highlighted how important the NHS is to this country, this nation. But despite that, when it comes to our lived experiences of using NHS services, that covers from maternity to senior GP, etc., people have had bad experiences, let's face it, around mental health. So those lived experiences, those is a factor of consideration that it has influenced people. The NHS for the last several years have introduced a friends and family test. That test is used particularly for NHS staff in terms of, do you encourage your families to use the NHS services? And the results, particularly around within Black health professionals, is they're less likely to nominate or to encourage their families to do that, despite the fact that the NHS is the biggest employer in Britain, and a large proportion of us, a high significant number of us, work in the NHS, from doctors, auxiliary staff, to surgeons, doctors, and managers, whole range of roles. And that reasons why that is because of the experiences of structural racism and discrimination. Yeah, and two reasons I think why there's this hesitancy. Obviously, from the time that we had the pandemic, around about February of last year, and then the lockdown from March onwards, and a series of lockdowns, there's been lots of conspiracy theories on social media, ranging from the 5G mask to conspiracy theory that's to destroy Black people on this planet, all kind of stuff that's on social media platforms, which in many ways has fueled a lot of doubt and increased cynicism. And also, let's face it, the government has not handled this pandemic in the right way. Despite the assurances given by Boris Johnson, the reality is 100,000 people have died in Britain. I think when we get the full analysis, it might be up to maybe 1 in 3 Black and Asian people have died of the pandemic. Bearing in mind, the population of this country is about 30% of that we are represented. So there's a sliver of representation, as we know. There have been lots of reports. I've not been directly involved in any of the reports, by the way, but I've contributed to some of these reports. There have been lots of reports been done highlighting the representation of us getting COVID. As you know, 70% of Black and Asian staff who've died of COVID-19. So there's a representation of frontline staff, and also in transport and retail. So these conspiracy theories have reinforced that. And then the final point, I think the fourth reason why there's hesitancy around taking COVID, is the history of Black and bodies being used and abused by science. That is a massive influencer, to be quite honest. That, why should I take a vaccine when, number one, it hasn't gone through a full clinical trials? Normally it takes years to go through trials. Obviously, there's been a fast tracking of some of these, and some of the medications, some of the vaccines, to be fair, have built on the work done for a number of years in terms of SARS and Ebola. So it's not like something that's been completely brand new, basically. But despite that, a lot of people say, well, hold on, look at the Tuskegee experiments, back in the day, and all the other stuff's happened to people. And if I remember at the very beginning of the pandemic, remember there were French scientists who were saying, oh, let's go to Africa first and try out the drugs. So obviously there's this whole, that's further reinforced that hesitancy, to be quite honest, a whole range of, but put that aside, Pam, we need to take the vaccine. I've taken the vaccine. I took it 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
well, I mean, just go quickly, because Maureen from Liverpool is asking this. She says, what language or words can I use to encourage my mum and aunt to take the jab? What can I say to convince them? This is what Maureen is saying. What words can she use to get her mum to reverse this idea that she has, that it's not going to be right for her?
You know what? I'm not a medical expert. My background as a manager, developing commission services, communicating services, and my advice to anyone on this call who are your viewers tonight is go contact your local GP. There are lots of trusted NHS websites and information out there as well, and also there've been lots of Black health professionals who have been doing a range of calls, and I think maybe you should get some of them to be on your show to give the clinical perspective. I'm giving my perspective, campaigner, as activists, someone who's worked in the NHS, worked intimately with clinicians and working in government as a former civil servant in the Department of Health, and I've also taken the vaccine. My parents, they live in Wolverhampton. They took the vaccine 2 weeks ago. the image that you got there, I took that vaccine in Hatfield. I sit on the board of the NHS Mental Health Trust where I took the vaccine. And obviously one of the key things that people are worried about is the side effects. So let me explain to you, I took the vaccine. I did have some side effects. I felt, I had a dry throat. I felt achy, almost like the symptoms of a cold. And I felt a bit tired, a bit, but after about 3-4 days and taking paracetamols, I'm fine. My parents, they're in their 80s. They took the vaccine about the same time as I did, and they're fine actually, because they've been taking the flu jab for don't know how long, the last 10-15 years. So they're used to it. So I mean, I had a Zoom call with them only a few hours ago, and they're good. So if my parents can take it, I'm sure your parents can take it too.
Yeah. One of the things, Patrick, gosh, we're running out of time, but I just quickly want to get this one in as well. Some people are saying that they want to wait. They want to wait a while. They want to see how it's affecting other people who have taken the jab or even taken the second jab. They want to wait a while. And also, we've got this idea, how many of these vaccinations are being created now? Even the ones more recently, we've got the Novavax that's coming. We've got the one jab from Johnson & Johnson's. So
yes.
What we're talking about, some people are thinking, wait and get the last lot that's being made, because those are probably going to be more effective than the ones we got now.
Okay, can I respond firstly to that?
Mm-hmm.
There's turf wars between the EU and Britain around
Yeah.
vaccine stocks already. So yeah, you can wait, but you may even wait longer to get it. You have the opportunity now. Obviously, the government have prioritised people who are working in the NHS, who are working in care homes, and people of 80s. And by the time you reach people in their 40s, 50s and younger, it'll be around about June, July time. There's going to be probably about a dozen vaccines available in the next 12 months. Already over 7 million people have taken the vaccine. In Britain, there has been no reported significant side effects. People have, there are some.
Except for one, Patrick.
Except one.
I know we've only heard of one. They could,
But the final question is, a lot of black people are dying of COVID-19 in the community.
Yeah.
The question is, it's your call. Do you want to wait?
Yeah.
Or take a chance?
Yeah.
If you've got a fantastic immune system, brilliant. If you take all herbal stuff, brilliant. But this is the quick fix, the vaccine. I think moving forward, I think it's having the whole educational health well-being program around and build our immune system.
Yeah.
I urge you. I think that
she's asked what vaccine did you actually take, which was the Astra?
I took the AstraZeneca one, and I preferred that one because I don't have any. I haven't had any adverse side effects when I'm taking medication or antibiotics in the past. My mother had, so we as a family said to her, don't take the Pfizer one, just because Pfizer recommended if you have adverse side effects with medication in the past, they don't take it. So she took the AstraZeneca one.
Yeah. So
I think most people, any vaccine would do, but if you do have particular side effects based on your own history of medicine, then be on the safe side and go for the Oxford one if that's available in your area.
So what? How we round this up is by saying to be positive about it. And there's a lot of onus on our generation. You have got your parents to take it.
Yes.
And they
went. We had a big debate in our family. Family members said, I ain't going to take it, but we went through the conversation. We looked at it, we shared evidence and information from different websites, and we came to a conclusion: if it's good enough for our parents, it's good enough for us.
Exactly, and that's what I think. A lot of responsibility is down on us to persuade our parents and our aunts and uncles to take it, because they're not going on the webs, they're not going on the web and looking at things. Something is being said to them. And it possibly could be the younger generation of their family that's saying, "Oh, don't take it," whatever. But I can't see how they're looking at it, and how do they know all these conspiracy theories? They're not on the internet, so it's got to be being told to them. So I think we've got to put a lot of onus on ourselves as well. Be more responsible about this, because this could end up being a compulsory thing, Patrick. That we do have to take the vaccine. That we won't even fly out, or even have jobs, get into the workplace without it.
I think in the future that could happen. There's no compulsion, so there's no pressure on anyone.
Yeah.
But I think at some stage, if the more people take it and people are confident that the risk factors are not as severe as people might think it might be, then it could potentially be compulsory. I mean, I went to Cuba about 18 months ago. And if you go to Cuba, you can't go into that country unless you've taken got a yellow fever certificate. You can't come in. I think that's what's going to happen in those countries who have a very strong health system, like Cuba. So I think that could be the way that might happen. But my message to everyone tonight: do your homework, do research work, and seriously consider it. I mean, there have been 3 videos that's been produced, one by Black MPs, one done by Asian celebrities, and I was involved in the video with the Run Me Trust, along with Rose Hudson Wilkins, Iman, Rabbi, and other well-known people, from a community voice perspective. And the message is, think about it.
Nice.
It's about saving lives. I lost a family member to COVID-19, and I don't want to lose any more family members to COVID-19. And I'm sure nearly every Black household in Britain has lost someone or someone close to them. It's about saving lives. Please, please, please. We could talk about the politics afterwards. I'm a political activist, as you know. I don't want to, I'm happy to talk about the politics of it, to blame. But this present moment in time, it's about saving lives.
Lovely. Patrick, Vernon, MBE, thank you ever so much. Do take care of yourself. And, your busy schedule, you came out and talked to us. Thank you for that, Patrick. Do take care. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go for a short break now. We see you at the other side. Hi, and welcome back to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Right, next we have a lovely lady by the name of Myrna Loy. No, she's not that Hollywood actress. This is our very own Myrna Loy. Myrna, are you with me? Author of Lovers Rock is more than a dance floor. Myrna, how are you? Long time.
I'm doing fine, thank you.
My gosh, Myrna, you're looking great, actually.
Thank you.
What cream you're using? Yeah? Let me know.
Natural.
Let's talk about this. Lovers Rock is more than a dance floor. Talk to me.
Okay, basically, when we was all talked to social media with Steve McQueen, many of us felt it didn't represent us very well. So what happened is that I personally felt I had a responsibility to correct a perceived wrong. And basically, it's more than a dance floor because it is what motivated us back in the day. It was healing. It had healing properties. There was so much to Lovers Rock that when we watched it from Steve McQueen's perspective, it was like menacing. It was predatory. It made you feel unsafe. Whereas we, as women in particular, we felt respected. Our boundaries weren't crossed, and we felt as though we were being nurtured. And I think with Lovers Rock, it is about healing. And when you have so many people back in the day, we had the riots going on. Many of us were from had adverse childhood experiences. Many of us were, ill-treated or abused. And so when we went to the Lovers Rock dance, it was a way of feeling validated, feeling noticed, of getting a little attention. When you're in somebody's arms, it's a way of feeling nurtured and and it's attachment forming. And from that dance floor, you actually ended up in long-term relationships. So in my book, I actually talk about the relationships that I experienced, some of the relationships out of the dance floor that I went through.
The only reason you're making me laugh because I'm thinking of certain things. It's a reality. It really is what you're saying there. Yeah, yeah. It brings back memories. But go on. I mean, you're very intimate, isn't it? I mean, on the dance floor, you were extremely intimate. Sometimes with a stranger, actually a literal stranger, but we're so intimate in that.
And it was intimate. It was like intimacy with no commitment. And you'd even find married people going to the dance floor and dancing with someone, and there's nothing to it. You don't feel as though you're being unfaithful. It's really just a dance. But it's quite strange, because when you think you're simulating sex on the dance floor, because that's exactly what you're doing, and then, but you've got almost like permission to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, a stranger coming in and seeing us performing like that would say we're giving ourselves up to being raped or abused or whatever.
Wow.
But that was not what was happening. It had its own internal boundaries.
Indeed. You got footnotes. I had to laugh. No. Before we do the footnotes, I've got to say about some of the clothing. Now, my gosh, Myrna, when we talk about the Burberrys, talk about the pleated skirts, we talk about the crew necks, we talk about the tank tops, we talk about this and that. But in all respect of it, how expensive were the clothings that these young people, because we were young. Lillian Harper says, somebody said to me once, it's a share the joke pack. She suddenly was like, somebody said once, it's too intimate. Somebody said to Lillian Harper, actually, we dance too intimately, perhaps on the dance floor. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think that when you're thinking about why we were doing it, yes, it was very, very intimate. But I think they were. I'm not going to say everyone that went to the dance floor was broken, but I don't think we had those kind of boundaries. I mean, now we're much more conscious. Back then, we weren't so conscious about boundaries and whether or not you should touch somebody or how somebody should hold you and wind up your body. And you don't even know these people from Adam. You're dancing with a silhouette. You know what I mean? And then when the light's going on, you're like, oh my God, was I dancing with anyone? You know what I mean?
When the lights go, he said, ugh. Only some of us did that. My girl was actually, Brendan Ash asked me to share the joke. The reason I'm laughing, Brenda, is because it does bring back memories. And what Myrna is saying is absolutely true. It was strangers. It was literally a stranger. And we got that close and intimate. And I know other dances could be even more, that you saw people really sort of, getting involved, with the dance. And yeah, you're right. We didn't really look at it as if it was anything wrong. That's true. But your footnotes, I have to talk about this. You had to put some of the footnotes there so people they can understand this. So you're saying that when you talk about saps and butter, men who lack confidence, saps and butter. Now that is new to me. I never heard saps and butter. Men who lack confidence. Are these the men that were too shy to ask a woman to dance?
Yeah, I think the saps were the soft men, and butter. Butter melts.
But those guys were kind of all right, though, once they pulled up the courage, because I think they were rather more gentlemanly than the ones that were a bit more forceful.
Yes, they were more gentlemanly, but I think a lot of the women preferred the men that just kind of got hold of their hands and pulled them towards them. I mean, you did have those that kind of stand on the side and they're waiting forever, aren't they? Really?
And the next thing you said, choops, spelled CHOOPS, choops, means kissing teeth. A mark of jovial disapproval, usually. I love that. I really love that. A mark of jovial disapproval. Actually, a person got arrested for kissing his teeth, but which was looked at as being somewhat rather very rude.
Wow. So that just shows you the difference in, cultural. They don't understand cultural nuances, do they?
That's right, absolutely. Wuckless, WUCKLESS, meaning worthless. Come on, talk to us about this. I mean, these you put those in. It's all in the book, but you needed to make people understand what you mean when you say that. So, someone who is worthless, a person who is worthless, or worthless. Does that did you know that on the dance floor? Would you know a person if their person was worthless?
Well, you would know just basically. The thing is, the worthless part comes later on when my mother was talking about.
I'm going to say Rudy Liquid, feisty, saps and butter. How about introverts? How about introverts? I mean, you know, introverts were. I don't know. Introverts were all right. I think they're all right. I don't know. What do you say, Myrna?
Yeah, I don't think. The thing is, with Lovers Rock, we weren't as conscious as we are now. That's the first thing we have to take into consideration. We can pick Lovers Rock apart. Back then, it was the way to. It was normal. You know, you left your house, and the thing you want to do, I have to get a dance. And you knew you was getting a dance with a stranger. You knew that man would probably be nuzzling your neck. You knew he'd be pressing against your body. You knew all of that. But it was comforting. And it was for those people who came from homes where their parents were emotionally cold, or if they had some other kind of trauma going on. When you go into that dance floor and you have somebody looking at you and smiling at you and admiring you and saying you look nice, and can I dance with you? It's a form of validation. And so it wasn't, it does look, if you look at it now, it looks bad the way we were dancing. But back then, it was normal.
It was normal, very normal. I started to talk about the clothing that was worn and most popular at the time, very expensive clothing, because when you talk about the clothing, you talk about the Farrah slacks. I mean, those weren't cheap. When you talk about Burberry, those weren't cheap. And if you couldn't do the Burberry, though, it was M&S. And to think about it, Myrna, we, in a way, dressed as if we were older people. Pleated skirt, turtleneck.
Yeah, it was very elegant, wasn't it? It was more or less, and very conservative.
Very conservative.
But I think what we were about back then is about making a statement that we were worth something, that we would put our money aside, and we used to put down. Every week we'd go to the shops and we'd put our money down, and we'd make sure we could afford the Burberry, we could afford everything, the crew neck, the cashmere, the gold, everything. And so yes, it was expensive. I mean, our skirts, I mean, back then must have cost about 50 quid. I mean, I was looking at today's prices. I think they're about £185 a skirt.
So it was normal and safe, good vibes in terms of dancing as we did. Thing that's from Dion. It says classy. It was classy. We were classy. We were classy. We were. We didn't know that we were dressing like an older person. We just thought that's the way to dress. And the guys were really smart and eloquent. I love the guys. You didn't come out in your jeans. You didn't come out in jeans halfway down your legs. You came out dressed with, well, we're talking before.
Well, yeah, the tonic suits and everything. I mean, men looked sharp.
Rudy Liquid says we had style back in the day. Today, casual all mix up. People go party in trainers.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
They're ready to come and ask you for your dance, when you have on your good dress.
That's right. That's right. And we made such an effort, and the men loved us for that, and we loved the men for the fact that they took that effort in grooming themselves and looking really, really dapper, and we loved them for that, and it is great. This book is going to reflect for so many people when they read this book. It's going to be like, yeah, I remember that. I'm going to laugh because you got me laughing. They're saying it's a joke, Pam, but it just automatically, you just sent me back. And I'm laughing at it all because it's true. Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted just to correct a perceived wrong. And I wanted to show that Lovers Rock was more than what we saw on that dance floor. Well, we've got children, we've got grandchildren, and all of the people, our generation are dying. I mean, just Friday, 4 people died. I don't want people to die leaving that legacy that was on the Small Axe series.
Yeah.
We had to correct it. And I felt I had to do it pretty quickly because it needs to be relevant and it needs to be now. So that's why I just went all in and I produced it as quickly as I could. And I do hope it will resonate with a lot of people.
It will. Lillian Harper says it sounds like a good read. Good, Lillian, go out and get it. Now, where can they get this book from? Quickly.
They can get it off Amazon. They can get it off Amazon. It's on Kindle, it's on paperback. And like I said, I've even I've made it very personal. I've given my own personal experiences, what I went through. So, so I think people will engage with that.
And before you go off, you know what I do. You should remember this. Couple of books for competition. How many can you give us?
4.
What's the question?
The question, you didn't ask me that before.
Give me a question. Give me something you've said. Something you've said.
Something I've said. What is more than a dance floor? Why is it more than a dance floor?
There's your question. All right. lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. And can we have them signed? And then I know you're going to do that. Have them signed. So you've got a chance of getting this book. Myrna Loy, author of Lovers Rock, It's More Than a Dance Floor, and signed book by Myrna herself. Say it again. What is more than a dance floor?
What is more than a dance floor? That is the question.
That's the question. Lovely. Myrna, love you, darling. Take care. Soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Short break now. See you soon.
Wow.
Wonderful Myrna Loy there. I just love this lady. I really, really do. Can you see that? Can you see that? I really do. Okay, now we're going to move on swiftly. We're going to be talking to members of the management team at lovely hotspot, Tudor Rose nightclub in London. We're joined by, are they here, Ursula and Velma? Are you with me, ladies?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello there. Ursula and Velma. Hello to you both. How are you?
Hi. Fine, thank you.
Very well, thanks.
Yeah. Now, you know what? On the intro, I did say this because I had to sort of put a little teaser in it. I had to say that a slight brush with the law a little bit last year, COVID restrictions and what have you. Can we get a mention of that? Because I know it was a slight brush and I know it thing, but talk to us a bit about that. What was that all about?
Well, what it was about COVID restrictions. We've got a big event. We've got a big event space here. The Tudor Rose is very large. We run over 3 floors now since our refurbishment, and unfortunately, with the COVID regulations and guidelines, we were finding that we were constantly at loggerheads with the police as to what we could and couldn't do. So if we had a wedding event, although we were meeting the numbers of people that we should have, because we're spread over 3 floors and we'd have more than one event, we were finding ourselves in trouble. So that was our brush. Brief, but we've kind of resolved it.
ought to, it's absolutely a great a place to have any sort of venues at. So Ursula, I'm going to come to you now. What is the future of the Tudor Rose nightclub?
What I will do, I'll pass you over to my executive event coordinator, Velma, and she will tell you.
Okay.
Well, since our refurbishment at Tudor Rose, how we are trying to make ourselves into is more of a community venue. So we're trying to do more for what the people that are around us, living around us, the community itself. As I said earlier on, we've got a very large space here and a lot to offer. And with COVID-19 and what you were discussing earlier on, that there are so many people in the BAME category who are dying of COVID, or contracting COVID, becoming very ill with it. We've got a lot to offer here with spaces, and we've had to change the structure of the business because of COVID. So where before it was number based and people were coming to dance, we'll still be doing event things, but there'll be more online, and there'll be other things going on, like community initiatives. We're just about to launch something which is a hot food initiative, which is aimed at the low income, no income or homeless. It'll only be small to start with, but it's just one of those things where we're making use of the fact that we have a commercial kitchen that works. And then from that, we'll develop that in some way, possibly educational, well, not possibly, definitely educational, where people will start to learn how to use things in the kitchen, possibly get a qualification, and just expand on what we're doing. And then the other thing is, like, as I was saying, the online will be more like, education and play. So it will be aimed at a younger age group, somewhere between 8 and 17. And we'll look for things that we can do to help them in the community, but online. And the same with adults. So the space itself will still be there, but we'll be using it for a different purpose. There'll be filming, there'll be, lots of things like that where space is required, distance is needed, but people still need to benefit from having us here.
Yeah. Velma, I just thought of something, because you were just saying about using it for beneficial reasons. The vaccine is huge and massive, and having to have millions that have to have this by, certain time. How about offering, maybe one could offer up a space at Tudor Rose to do vaccinations?
Well, we'd love to do that. We'd love to become a vaccination centre. The Dominion
And the Manor House.
The Dominion Centre down the road from us is currently doing some of the injections, but obviously the site is not as large as ours. We're hoping that maybe we can offer something where people can maybe do testing, or they can do they can have their injections. But at the minute, we're trying to liaise with Ealing Borough Council as to how we can help, because our role as within the community is only new. Even though we've been here a long time, it's completely different what we're doing from what we were doing before. And so that takes a bit of time to get everything set up, and to find out what people want and what people need and how we can help them right now and in the future.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds really good. That's a good plan. 2021, it has started off a bit daunting, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, as you say, with the vaccinations. But, there's going to come a time where things are going to have a bit of normality. So, you're also prepared for when things are back to normal again, if you will, and we can have the spots there for, a little bit R&R, if you will.
Yes, definitely. We have to think into the future. But I do think that how we used to run the Tudor Rose won't be the same for a long time. We're going to be affected by COVID-19. And I think even when the rules and guidelines are relaxed, it will be a situation where people cannot be in the kind of numbers that they were before. So we'll just be dancing in bubbles, maybe.
That's all right.
The
dance floor is intimate, isn't it? So, a bubble is quite good.
Definitely.
Now, I must hear from you, Ursula, now. How are you feeling about the future? Talk to me about Tudor Rose. I know it's your baby, so talk to me.
Well, Tudor Rose has got a very promising future for the younger generation. We're not leaving the older people out, but the younger generation is in the direction in which we're going. Technology is so advanced these days, and we, the older generation, seem to be very frightened of the computer. But the younger generation they are the future. We have actually sort of, the next generation must be going down to the grave. And the younger generation they're the future, and they're the ones we have to look for, and they're the ones we are actually promoting at this moment in time.
Yes. Excellent.
In all form and all manner, online streaming, everything you could think about for the younger generation, we've got to actually take them on board, because pass on the baton, as you may call it.
That's so true. That is, it really is. You know, it's just short and sharp, and it's the time's up. So I think we've got your details. Oh, if you want to give it to us, you know, let's let Velma maybe give us the website, get more information about Tudor Rose. Do you want to do that for us?
Yeah, our website is www.tudorrosevenue.co.uk, and you can find us online. It will give you all the numbers there. The best thing we say is to contact us direct. You can send an email, make your inquiry, or you can call us and find out. The website will start to get updated as and when we change and we offer more services, which will be in the next month.
Excellent. Can I say the best of luck, ladies? I've been there. I know what the Tudor Rose is about. It's a beautiful and gorgeous place. So, you know, we want to keep in the community. So I love
Please do.
Oh yeah, we have to keep in the community.
We don't want to be forgotten, you know. It's a black venue. We really don't want to be forgotten.
No, not at all.
A venue.
Not with our support. So
no,
yeah, keep
Exactly
rocking.
what we'd love to hear.
Yeah, lovely ladies. Thank you ever so much. Do take care of yourself.
Thank you for having us. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, lovely. Tudor Rose is here to stay, and we know that. See you after the break. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Right, straight away, I'm going to get into Mr. Norman Basingu with this week's Spotlight. Norman, are you with me? Norman, are you there? Hi, Norman.
Hey, what's up? I'm happy. Great to see you again.
I'm good. We're kind of chasing the time now, so I'm going to leave you to it and say, see you back the other
Awesome.
side.
Thank you, Pam, and I'll see you soon. And with that being said, everyone, welcome to this installment of Spotlight, a segment where I'll be covering the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. My name is Norman Basingu, the international news correspondent for Ben TV, and we're very thankful to all of those that are tuned in and watching, and we hope you enjoy the overall program, and of course that you're all safe and sound at home, whatnot of COVID and things like that out there. Now, in today's segment, I'll be giving the spotlight to recent affairs happening in Mozambique and discussion around the economic recovery of the Caribbean region following the impacts of COVID. So beginning with Mozambique, Here's the scoop. Throughout the 23rd and 24th of January, parts of central Mozambique were flooded after Cyclone Eloise struck near the port city of Beira with wind speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour. Now, Beira, a central region in Mozambique, received 250 millimeters of rain in 24 hours, according to Mozambique's National Institute of Meteorology. Now, the cyclone was later downgraded to a tropical storm and was forecast to be heading towards Zimbabwe and northern South Africa, which have already experienced heavy rainfall, unfortunately. Now, more than 1,000 houses have been totally destroyed and another 3,000 badly damaged, according to Antonio Beleza from Mozambique's National Institute for Disaster Management and Reduction. He said that more than 160,000 people had been directly affected. And this is, of course, horrible news. Now, vast areas of central Mozambique are underwater. Well, they were at the time. Now, much of this is farmland, meaning there are fears that many people will lose their crops. Several rivers in the region have burst their banks. Trees, electricity pylons, and advertising hoardings were blown over by the force of the wind. Now, UNICEF reports disproportionate effects in the city's poorer neighborhoods, and hundreds who have taken refuge in a school are still in urgent need of provisions. National emergency response teams on Sunday, so Sunday just went, confirmed 6 deaths and 12 serious injuries. And numbers, unfortunately, are expected to rise with full damage assessment as that continues to come in. And that wraps up the spotlight on Mozambique. And now shifting the spotlight onto the Caribbean. So I'll be giving a more general overview on the Caribbean economic recovery and what things are being projected for in that regard. So the World Economic Situation and Prospects 2021 report warns that devastating socio-economic impact of COVID-19 pandemic will be felt for years to come, quote unquote, unless smart investments in economic, societal, and climate resilience ensure a robust and sustainable recovery of the global economy. Now, the report interestingly says that in 2020, the world economy shrank by 4.3% and over 2.5 times more than that during the global crisis of 2009. The modest recovery of 4.7 expected in 2021 would barely offset the losses of 2020, stating further, the report says, that the pandemic has ravaged countries in Latin America and the Caribbean, exacting a heavy human toll and causing an economic contraction of historic proportions. And of course, this is very unfortunate. Now, the report also says that the region's gross domestic product, or GDP, declined by 8% in 2020 as prolonged national lockdowns, weaker merchandise exports, and a collapse in tourism undermined economic activities. Now, the report says that the pandemic, which came at a time when many countries in Latin America and the Caribbean were already struggling with severe social and political difficulties, has exposed and exacerbated deep-rooted structural inequalities, for example, between formal and informal workers and between men and women. Now, millions of jobs have been lost, especially in the informal sector, where most occupations are contact intensive, the report says. It says that women, young people, and workers with low education who make up the bulk of employment in sectors such as retail or hospitality were the most severely impacted, unfortunately. And the report also goes on to say that job and income losses, have pushed millions of people in Latin America and the Caribbean into poverty, wiping out the progress made over the past 15 years. Now, in addition, the report says that investment activities across the region have taken a severe hit from the pandemic. Amid falling consumer demand, the report also highlights that temporary business closures and heightened uncertainties have really pushed back plans for investment that was planned across the region. And so, though this is on a rather grim note, that sums up the spotlight for this week, where I've covered affairs happening in Mozambique with the unfortunate cyclone and economic projections of where things are going across the Caribbean. And with that being said, my name is Norm Basigu. That was this week's installment of Spotlight. And until I see you guys next week, where I've got something special lined up for you guys, as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the program.
Lifestyle Health, sponsored by Dalgety Teas.
Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Oh, Kate, it is our Lifestyle Health segment, and we're honoured and privileged to be joined by a lady by the name of Nubian Red. Nubian Red has a tale to tell us, and it's a very, very important one. It's a fundraising initiative. I would like her to explain it all. So, Nubian Red, are you with me?
No.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there, darling. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, lovely to have you. And I know we've got a two-pronged thing with you because later on in the entertainment corner, we're going to be hearing your dulcet tones, and that's wonderful. Let's just, if you will, get onto the initiative that we're dealing with. And you've got your son there. Talk to us about this important fundraising.
Okay, well, the fundraising is actually for Raphael because Raphael was born with a very rare orthopedic condition called tibial hemimelia. Yes, it's a 1 in 1 million condition. Go, baby, go. Simple. Yeah, it's a 1 in 1 million condition, and when he was born, we were all surprised by it, and there was no treatment option that kind of suited us here in Jamaica because they offered us to amputate his life. When we, after traveling back and forth to the US, because our pediatrician at the time recommended that we find an alternative, so we had to kind of be doing it on our own, you know, paying the expenses to find alternative. When we did that, we got to the Paley Institute in Palm Beach, Florida, and they told us, although the condition is very rare, they treat it through limb lengthening and corrective surgeries. Since that time, that was the diagnosis back in 2016. We've been trying to raise the funds that is required for the surgeries. He will undergo 3 major surgeries. And it will be done as soon. It should be done as soon as possible because as he grows, things will change. Yeah. And the fundraising effort is on the way on several different scales. One of them is through volunteers. So we're asking for volunteers. Persons can visit our website, nubianred.com. There's a section there for Raphael. It speaks to his condition. It tells people more about what we're doing. And we also have a GoFundMe campaign where people can donate. You can become a sponsor, you can become a donor, or you can help us as a volunteer. Once you've joined our team, we'll give you the lowdown of all the things that you need to get done and the activities. But they're simple tasks because it's simple to get persons to share our campaign or donate to the campaign. So we're on our way. We've raised $18,000 US up to $250,000 US that we need. And we've been getting support from persons all across the world. So we're very much appreciative of the love and support. And we know it's a very difficult time because everybody has to be dealing with COVID-19. So, we're very much aware of the shortcomings that everybody has. But still, we feel the love from persons just deciding to help us with whatever they can, even just to become a volunteer. So yes, nubianred.com, and you'll find the information how to volunteer for our campaign. I don't know if I can share my screen and show you an image of Raphael. That's little Raphael. He was born with the rare condition called tibial hemimelia. What it is a shortening of the bone known as the tibia just below the knee. And because of that, it has rendered him disabled. It's very rare, like I said, it's a 1 in 1 million. For every 1 million babies born around the world, the chances are one of them might have it. In this case, it affects his right leg. So, a lot of things are challenging for him, but Raphael wants to play. Raphael wants to go outside. Raphael wants to do things, on his own. So we're just very proud of the person he is because he's resilient, he's strong-willed, he's very smart. Sometimes I think he's just smarter than me, so I have to always be I love him. He's really, really smart. He's been reading since he was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And he's been doing math and science and just lots of stuff. So we're very much, proud of the person he is and how he decides to choose life and just to be happy despite his challenge. So, we're very much appreciative of that.
How old is he now, Nubian?
He just turned 5 in October. Yes, he's a big boy. He does stuff that are just exceptional for his age. He was outside a while ago with Daddy, just helping to build a swing, so he could do something else other than just sit around and do work stuff. But we do it one step at a time, and hopefully very soon we're looking forward, hopefully by next year, to be able to raise as much as we possibly can to get even the first surgery going, which is $100,000 US.
Yeah, but Shirley from Islington asks, is the operation going to be in America? Why America, not in the UK?
Because when we searched in the UK, we didn't find anybody who, did the type of surgery based on the condition. When we looked around, persons from the UK were actually coming to the Paley Institute in the US. People as far as Australia, China, and Japan were coming to that place in particular because of the state of the art, so to speak. Because this gentleman, this doctor, he's a pioneer in orthopedics in using corrective surgery and limb lengthening, because most of the time what doctors would seek to do is just amputate a leg and just give prosthetics or a wheelchair. And because we're in Jamaica, it's difficult for us to maneuver in every place. The only place that we discovered that might offer the surgery was all the way in Iran. So Florida was just close enough for us to go. And when we went there, the prognosis that the doctor gave us is just to tell us that he has a mild version of the condition. He has a classification scale that goes all the way up to 5. One only has one classification in that grouping. Raphael is type 2A, which is the second classification in all of the listing of the classification that he has for tibial hemimelia.
Ian from Nottingham is asking, how much is the total sum for the op?
The total funding is $250,000 US. That involves, I know it sounds like a big number, but when we break it down to if we can raise, say, $10,000 a week US, we know we'll be well on our way by December. So, we're not letting the costing be a deterrent, because we see it possible, and persons have been kind to us, just sharing to us that, just one cocoa full basket, as they say in Jamaica. You take one thing at a time, and you get through the journey. So when at first it was kind of something that was heavy on us all, because we don't have that kind of money. We don't know where we're going to get it from, but persons have been kind. It's $250,000 US because he'll be undergoing 3 major surgeries, and of the 3 major surgeries, those are just to ensure that he can stand on his foot and be able to walk. As he grows, they'll monitor him and see if he needs other minor surgery. But these 3 major surgeries will address his condition in a big way to make him have close to full functionality of his leg.
Yeah. Nubian, how does he get around now? How is his mobility? How is he going?
Well, he hobbles around, and sometimes he's on his knees outside, he hobbles around. So he's not fully functional in that department. It affects his posture, his standing, because one of his leg is shorter than the other. But most of the time, he's either sitting or rolling around somewhere. So, he sees his disability. He tries not to let it get in the way of him getting to do things. So there's sometimes I'm inside and he disappears and he's outside in the grass. And I'm like, what are you doing out here? And I have to be mindful of the fact that he wants to move. He wants to do things, and we're just, pushing our best or our hardest just to get him the surgery to correct his condition.
Yeah, I just wondered if even with a wheelchair or a crutch would be obviously a useful thing. No.
because of how his foot is, because we've tried before to get him one of those prosthetics that will kind of hold him up until he grows and get the surgery. But because of how his limb is turning, they're recommending that, you know, he doesn't put his leg before it is fixed under pressure, but just the same, he's being pressured. So either way, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But he does move around. You can't stop him. You know, the chair situation, he doesn't like to sit still. So
Lillian Harper asks, and I think you've just answered it, but again, she's asked the $250,000. It will cover all the 3 operations, or was it 4?
Yes, it will, and as well as physical therapy. But the other things we'll just have to figure it out on our own, like the accommodations, you know, travel, all that. Because after each surgery, you'll have to stay in the U.S. for at least 6 months. They monitor him, send him home, and then we prepare for the other surgery. So it's a case of that.
Okay, we've got it streaming on the GoFundMe and things like that. But I'd like you, Nubian, to tell us again how people can send in money. And you said about volunteers, you said about donors, you said about sponsors. So let's have that again from you.
Yes, you can donate, be a donor. You can donate to our campaign at GoFundMe.com/F/Saving Raphael's Leg campaign. Once you've donated to that, you can make it a one-time thing, or you can make it a recurring. If you want to make it a recurring, you can send us your info, so we just give you a reminder of donating. To be a sponsor, there are different things, because we have different activities that we might need help with. So as a sponsor, your funding can go towards, like we mentioned before, things for Raphael while he's in care, or things for activities that we're doing in terms of, we did fundraising activity on the 1st of January, a concert kind of thing, and we needed sponsors for that. So any activities to raise funds, you can, you can be a part of that. So, you know, that's the difference between the sponsor and the donor. You can sponsor items, whether books, whatever little things you have for Raphael. That's, you know, that was a big way. Become a donor now. Like I said, it's recurring. You can also become a volunteer. What we need are persons to get involved in our campaign, because it's just awesome. We're doing it by ourselves. We need help to reach a number of people. So every week you'll try to reach 10 persons and just have them either share to our campaign or donate to it. So once you signed up, it's very easy.
We can help. We can help. The Lifestyle Show will help.
Yes,
that will help.
Yes, it's very easy. You share the campaign or get persons to donate. That's all. And we go through the steps, and we kind of give you little motivational tips every week. So we're trying to get to our target of, say, $20,000 a month. And we hope that everybody can reach the target. So by November, we can say, all right, we see it possible. So we'll set the appointment date right after, say we've reached the first surgery plus physical therapy amount. Once we see we've reached that, we set the appointment for Raphael, because we want everybody to be a part of the journey.
At this point, I'm going to bring in Anthony. Anthony, come in, Squire.
Hi, Nubian Red. How are you?
I'm
Good. No, thank you. I've just been sitting in the back listening to this story, and it's so touching and warming. And I heard Raphael before the show, and I've just heard him there while the interview was going on. Such a lovely, wonderful kid. And
very active. Very active.
Yeah, very active, and I love this and everything going behind it. So I really want to encourage absolutely everyone to please support this campaign. Let's do what we can for young Raphael. But as well as this, Nubian Red, you are an artist, and I just, with the Entertainment Corner, just wanted to give you the platform to give us a small background on yourself and to intro your video, if you could, please.
Okay, well, I am Nubian Red. I'm a Jamaican artist. I have a different musical style. You know, most persons will expect reggae or dancehall from the island, but I'm doing what I call jam rock. It's an eclectic fusion of Jamaican music, all you know and love, with fusions of rock, classical music, as well as jazz. We have dance beats too. So, you know, it's a fusion of everything. Some of the songs you will hear is like That's Out Now, What You Say, Lost Thing, and Freight Train.
Love it. Love it. That's going to be great stuff. So the video that we actually have is What You Say Now. So would you like to intro it to the fans?
Okay, well, yes. What You Say is, something my producer and co-writer wrote, because it's relevant to the times. Persons are always talking, but your action speaks louder than your words. That's all it's simply saying, is that your actions will speak louder than your words. What you say.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Nubian Red, What You Say. Enjoy.
Talking, say, I've been here, you talking, shouting out real loud, talking about the great things that you've done. You got your big screen television, your radio too. You can hook me up on Facebook or YouTube. You're talking about if I buy a burger with extra fries, I get double soda candy on the side. You say what you say. 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 Say what you say. Yeah. Oh, tell me what is beautiful. I wanna know. Take it, break it, then forsake it, live without it, no. Where's the answer? It's above and all around you. Talking at me, you keep on talking. You keep on talking at me, you keep on talking. You keep on talking at me, you keep on talking. I can hear what you say. What you say. What you say, what you say, what you say, what you say, what you say.
Wow, that was deep. Brendan Ash and Vivian Harper said, really deep.
Yeah.
What a voice!
Great.
What did you say?
Where'd you get that voice from?
I can't tell you.
You're born with it.
It's a real blessing. It's a real blessing. It's a very powerful voice. Hey, Raphael, how are you?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Raphael.
Say hi. Everybody's saying hi to you. Say hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, lovely to see you.
How are you
Nice to
today?
see you guys.
How are you today?
He's so active. And just one quick thing before even I go, Nubian. Tell me this. He doesn't have any pain. He doesn't.
Right now, I don't notice that, and so far our pediatrician have not given us any indication that he's in pain. They're saying, you know, because he's young and his bones are young, you know, most of the times kids don't feel as much pain as we think they do. So, yeah, he's fine. It's just that he's bruising his leg a lot because, you know, he has to compensate and jump off here and go there, and, you know. So, you know, I worry as a mom that, you know, something could happen. So, but, you know, we just have to do what we have to do and get it done. So he's just enjoying life. That's all I'm saying.
That's the main thing.
Thank you. Nubian, thank you. We're going to help support you as much as we can, the Lifestyle Show. We were dedicated to do that. Thank you ever so much for coming in. Just wanted to say as well that this sponsor segment is from Dalgety Teas. And thank you, Dalgety Teas, for sponsoring this health segment. Thank you. I think we're going to be leaving it all to Anthony now because we're going through to the entertainment corner. So I shall say adieu.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pam. Newbie Red, absolute pleasure to have you on. And honestly, do keep in contact with the Lifestyle Show. Not only will we be supporting that, we will also be supporting the awesome music that you are putting out there. And, you know, best of love to young Rafa there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the entertainment corner. And right now, it's a pleasure to bring back a guest who, at every Black History Month, I like to play his song. It's the Black Skin tune. And he's here with a new tune right now. This is the one, the only Mr. Granty Asher. How you doing, Granty?
Hey, greetings.
Yes, Granty Asher. How are you doing, sir? A long time indeed. It's been a while. It's been a while. Tell us, Granty, what have you been up to since we last had you on the Lifestyle Show?
Oh, boy, it's been quiet and it's been up and down. You know, before the COVID thing came in, we were setting off, we was climbing, and as the COVID thing come now, we kind of like on a level kind of thing. But we've been doing we've been working on some music, promoting things as well. Yeah, so yeah, it's like I said, it's been slowing down, but we've got to keep the faith and just keep going, you know. Yeah.
This is it. So I know you've got a song out there at the moment, Love or Physical, featuring Paulette Taja. Tell us, how did that all come about?
Oh wow, that's a long time ago, man. Where you go with that one?
I'm just talking about all the hits. It's been a while, and we have to fill in all the gaps. Yeah,
I hear. Yeah, how did that come about? Well, during that time, the R&B version was out in it, and you know, I actually did like that track. Me and Paulette liked that track, you know, and we was in the same camp, Passion Records, and we thought we'd do it back because we liked the track so much, and it was very popular, that track as well, Love and Physical by Ashford and Simpson. So we lick it back in reggae, and yeah, it did quite well. Went to #1 in I think Echo charts, I think it was. Yeah. So yeah.
Tell us a bit about the experience. How was it being part of Passion Records? How was that for you?
It was weird because I've never been in that kind of environment before. Like, I was new to the thing then, so I've never really kind of been in that kind of environment. But when I was in that environment, it was like, wow, there was so many like stars passing through, and was in the camp. You had like Red Dragon, Pliers, and you had Pinches. You had Michael Prophet. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. You know what I mean? So the experience was nice. You know what I mean? It was like a kind of stepping stone to where I am now. Yeah. So yeah,
now we're talking about stepping stones and where you are now. Since we've last seen you, some of the people you've opened for include Barrington Levy, Luciano, Sanchez, Michael Prophet. What was it like to get the call to be said, look, we love your sound, we'd love for you to open the show? How was that for you?
Unbelievable. I thought it was a prank, to be honest.
But you've got the skills, weren't you?
You know what I mean? But that experience is like, to me, a once in a lifetime experience. You know, these people I used to listen to when from Sound Days, you know what I mean? And to be sharing the stage with these icons, it was like unbelievable. You know what I mean? Overwhelming as well. You know what I mean?
Big.
Yeah, to be sharing the stage with these guys.
And you know what? Anytime I talk about Granty Asher and how the link was made, I have to talk to you about the man himself, Star Vibes. You're part of the Star Vibes Entertainment.
Star Vibes!
Star Vibes,
what do you mean, man? Bop, bop, bop. Yeah.
Tell us, how did the relationship come up? Where did you two meet, and how did this bond and musical journey go for you two?
Right, I tell you the truth. How I met, I can't really remember how I met. All I know, I was listening to this song on the radio. It was actually the Black Skin Rhythm, and somebody else was singing it. And I said to my missus, I said, you know what? I love this tune because it's kind of got that old flavor to it. And I think I could do something with this. So I do not know how I got his number, but I eventually got in contact with him and I said, listen, I'm sorry, my name is Granty Asher. I like this tune. I would like to voice it. So Star Vibes was like, all right then, he'll send me the track and put something to it. So he sent me the track and I sang 2 songs. I sang the Black Skin and I sang a Freddie McGregor song. And I sent them both to him, and straight away, Black Skin. You want the Black Skin? The Black Skin. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, that's how the relationship started. But you know, when 2 people click, we just click. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, man, big up Star Vibes, man, all the time, man.
All the time. And I love, honestly, the energy between you two. I've always loved it. It's always been something that I've respected, and it's created great music and great things, such as, you know, here's another thing that's there. You've got your band and you've actually performed at the Jazz Cafe, like one of London's most prominent buildings. How did all of that come? What was that feeling like, the Jazz Cafe?
That was a mad feeling as well. You know what I mean? So many international artists have sang in this place. And for me to be stepping on that stage, like, and the crowd as well. It's a small, compact place, but the vibe in there is just electric.
Isn't it just?
And when I sang the Black Skin there, it just tore the place down. You know what I mean? You know, big respect to everybody that came out that night. It was crazy. It was a crazy night. It was a crazy night. But yeah, I sang at the Jazz Cafe. Yes, man. What do you mean? Yeah.
You know what? It's one of those stuff. So now, I mean, I know we've got stuff like Wembley, but what is next in terms of venues that you would call an ideal venue that you need to tick off next in your journey as a musician, as an artist?
It's not so much the venue, you know. It's where I'd like to travel around Europe. Nice. And you know, get my stuff out in Europe. You know what I mean? Because the Europeans love reggae music. You know what I mean? So
for real.
That's where my aim is. To be honest, you know. Yeah. What can I say?
No.
Yeah, Europe, man. Europe for me, man. You know what I mean?
That's the one. That's the one. And for people who've been tuning in and checking in your site, Star Vibe site, there's a new track that's been making some waves in the past month. Tell us a bit about that one there.
Which track is that then? I don't know. Which track is that?
Your latest one, the video. That's the one.
Loving with Feeling.
Loving with, yeah.
You're freezing up there, I can't see.
Hello?
Yeah.
Loving with Feeling, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. You're like, right, Loving with Feeling. Well, how is it doing? Is that what you're asking me?
No, like, how did it come about? I've seen the video there. I'm seeing you looking dapper in a little garden and all that. I'm just looking for the vibe. How did the tune come about?
I just wanted to do a Lovers Rock track. Yeah, and we was working with I can't remember. But anyway, we got this track, and I thought to myself, that's the perfect track for me to do something with. Like I said, I want to do a Lovers Rock track. I sat down and I wrote something to it, and it fitted it like a glove. You know what I mean? So yeah, Loving with Feeling. It's actually a story as well. If you watch the video, good.
Do you know what? This is exactly what I was going to bring up right now. You know what? I'm just going to ask you one more time if we could get your contact details and then for you to introduce the video. So, as I said, we know you're part of the Star Vibes camp, but can we just get your contact details and for anyone who wants to hear the rest of the Granty Asher collection out there?
Yeah, just go onto YouTube or go to my website, grantyasher.com. There it is down below there. Yes, Instagram, all them things there. You go on there and you can find me. Listen to all my music, them. You know what I mean? Yeah, so bigging up Star. Can I big up some people? Big up Star Vibes.
Go for it.
I want to big up the whole massive. Everybody who knows Granty Asher. Bigging up the Merton crew and all them people there. Yeah. Big up Wifey. Can't forget Wifey, you know what I'm saying? Star Vibes. but I mean, man. Yeah.
That's
also big up as well. You know what I'm saying?
All day long. Okay, Granty, it's been an absolute pleasure. We need to catch up again, but you know what? It's the tune that's been making some waves. So here we go. Granty Asher. Loving with Feeling.
From Huddersfield. Sorry, I'm digging up towards.
You never known a love like this with waste, man. You're giving all your time, taking you places you never been before. Now it's filling up your head with lies. But with me, what you see is what you get, girl. Here I stand with my heart in my hand, girl. I stand before you with my feelings intact, yeah. I've got something for you. I bring you loving with feeling, 'cause that's what love is all about. Loving with meaning. It's gonna make you jump and shout. Love with meaning. Look what you've been missing out on. Loving with feeling. Yeah, yeah.
Marine Star Vibes. I'm finding out what this new girl, when we don't meet yet. Yeah.
Loving with meaning. Yeah, yeah. I see the way he looks at you, like you're a bit on the side. Oh my day. And I hear the way he talks to you, like he's taking you for a ride. Oh no way. Well, I'm your Superman. I've come to your rescue to release the kryptonite he has around you. You're a queen and you deserve some kind of gratitude. I've got something for you. Loving with feeling, 'cause that's what love is all about. Loving with meaning. It's gonna make you jump and shout. Love with feeling. You don't know what you're missing out on. Loving with meaning. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'll open a door for you. I'll pull up a chair for you. It's the little things in life that can make everything alright. I've got big love for you. I'll run a bath for you. Sprinkle rose petals on the floor for you. Yeah. It's
Right, big up Granty, Asher there, and Star Vibes, who actually directed the video and was featuring in the video. So great shout out to those guys, and it's always a pleasure having them on board. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is the last Sunday of the month, potentially beginning of the month if you're watching it on Sky. But you know what that means. One thing only, it's Gospel Explosion of time. Miss Annette B, how are you doing?
I am good. Gospel Explosion. Yes,
Indeed,
yes.
indeed.
How are you, Anthony?
I'm good, Annette. I'm good. How are you?
Yes. Pressing through, as I say, pressing through this, this season that we're going through. So, but I'm still giving God thanks for another day.
Brilliant. That's the one. It's challenging. It's so weird and it's so confined that time just flies by. I said it to Pam at the beginning of the show, like January is normally so long and here we are already at the end of the month. But, I celebrate the end of the month because I get to see you. So, you know what? It's always good.
Oh, that is so sweet. I tell you, so good to see Pam. So nice to see Pam, Mr. This one.
Indeed. It's good.
So the show's good. And I'm going to bring the little sprinkle of our Gospel Explosion guests.
Oh.
So I'm going to take you over to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where this young gentleman that I met actually in the UK, who actually came over for the GX Awards, he was actually a nominee, had the privilege of actually interviewing him to hear what he is actually doing. So, without any further ado, and straight after that, you will hear a music video by Clifford and Jacqueline Martin. Absolutely amazing. Check it out.
Yes. The Gospel Explosion is back once again with me, Annette B. And I have gone all the way to the Caribbean this time. Oh, yes. I've gone all the way to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I have this young gentleman named Hayden Belingi. Hey, Hayden, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I am good. I am so happy that you are here, and we can have a chat and a catch up. So, Hayden, you have got a new song that's been released. Tell me about this new song.
So this new song is called Shout It Out, and it's pop R&B kind of genre of music, and we've just shot and premiered a very brand new video as well.
That is awesome. I've actually watched the video and it is absolutely amazing. The creatives, everything about it. Who actually wrote and directed the music video for your song?
So I actually wrote the script and I also directed the music video, but it was filmed by a very young and talented Vincentian filmmaker, who I think did an amazing job capturing the cultural heritage of our island.
Amazing. I mean, we're just gonna go over and just have a little snippet of this music video, just the way it starts. Oh my gosh, I'm just giving you a little taste. Just a little taste. You'll see some more a bit later. I tell you, Hayden, that is so amazing. Have you ever thought about writing a complete film?
Well, honestly, the response we've got from the public was so overwhelming that we have actually sat down and writing a script for an actual 6-part series for television.
Wow, I am not surprised. Honestly, you know, for those of you who want to watch the full length of this music video, just go to YouTube, tap in Hayden Bilingi, and the song is called Shout It Out, and you will enjoy. The song is beautiful, and then the actual video brings the words of the song alive. Amazing. Well done to you. Well done to you, Hayden.
Thank
so
you.
Hayden,
Thank
you're welcome. So Hayden, you've also got 2 books. Can you tell me about your books?
Yes, certainly. I wrote my very first book in 20. It is a cookbook of Caribbean recipes that I grew up eating and sharing with my mom and my grandmother. So I decided to compile those recipes and put them in a book called Cook Calypso, because I wanted it to embody the Caribbean and the essence of our culinary experience in the Caribbean.
I like the name of that book. Woo! Woo! I love it. Oh my gosh. So what about the second book?
Musician and chef come together.
Wow.
The
Did you say
second book
music?
is an inspirational book called 9 Days. Yes, I like to cook and I love music. So I thought of, mash them together into Cook Calypso. I mean, what other way to describe the Caribbean but through the music of Calypso and through food? Right?
Wow. I love that. I am going to have to try one of your recipes in the book. I'm going to have a good nose and see which dish I'm going to prepare over here in the UK. Hayden. Yeah, I will make sure I feed back to you and tell you what it's like. So you've won an award. You've won an award.
I've won 2 awards. One in St. Vincent. It's called the SBG Music Award, and this was in 2017 with a song I did when I was in Cuba. Also, I won an award in Nigeria for standing gospel art. So it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting.
Wow. So are they both for music, the awards, the 2 awards?
Yes, for music, yes. For music, yes.
Awesome, awesome. And I have to say, even though you're all the way over there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, when we had the GX Awards in the UK, you actually flew over?
I did. And guess what, Annette B? The government actually funded my trip to the UK.
Wow. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Wow. And that
Amazing,
jacket.
right? Because
Absolutely.
they were very proud of Intention, who was actually nominated. And that was fantastic.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, that is so nice. That jacket you had on, oh, smashing it.
Yes.
Woo!
I came
Oh my
ready to slay. I came ready to slay, Annette B.
And did you enjoy the UK?
I did. I love the UK. I really love visiting the UK. I've been there 3 times. I came for the GX Awards, and then last year I went back for a tour. We toured, some areas of London, and it was really amazing.
Wow. How can people get a hold of you, Hayden?
I'm on Instagram, Hayden_Bilingi, and on Facebook, Hayden Bilingi. Just hit me up. Just follow my music, and you can also look me up on YouTube.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your beautiful Caribbean country and shining some warmth over here in the UK, because it's just, we're full of snow right now. So I am envying you.
I'm sending you some warmth from my beautiful island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I wish I'd enjoy the warmth from where you are. Thank you so much for having me on the program.
Thank you, Hayden. Take care, peace out, and keep up the good work. Yay!
All the best. Bye-bye.
Overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. If you're feeling overwhelmingly overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. Sometimes in life you feel such heartache. Try to play it cool, but it's hard, yeah. Trouble just grows and it seems as there's no end. Lost the one you love in a heartbeat. Leaving you cold in a heartbreak. Just couldn't sleep till I'm morning. You missed your best friend. If you're feeling overwhelmingly overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. Shout it out, shout it out. If you're feeling overwhelmingly overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. Shout it out, shout it out. Tears are falling, but you're trying. See the passion in you slowly dying. You're giving up in life cause you think that there's a way out. Don't give up, this is passing. Hope is rising. He promised that he will never leave us until the end. If you're feeling overwhelmingly overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. Shout it out, shout it out. If you're feeling overwhelmingly overcome by the snares of the enemy, God's got that. Shout it out, shout it out.
Mini ayam biarvio. Ani minista e Cristo e media. Woke up this morning, so another dreary day. Gotta travel, gotta work, didn't wanna feel so drained. Spend time with the Father, saying, Lord, God, lead the day. He said the enemy's defeated, don't you focus on no pain. Now I've got no more pain. Yeah, I know it, and I feel fine. The enemy wants me down. Oh, I know it, but Christ is mine. Looking all over me, gotta try hard in this whole world. Gotta take it to focus, get some wisdom in His word. Had a chat with the Father, said, I'm glad you came to reign. He said, your mind in Christ, don't you hang your head in shame. Now I've got no more pain. Yeah, I know it, and I feel fine. The enemy wants me down. Oh, I know it, but Christ is mine. Stay in the Father's love. God
Wow, Annette. Honestly, first of all, apologies. You might have heard me earlier. I was cutting my internet because I keep freezing. So apologies while you first got on. But the videos, not only, as I keep saying, it's the gospel jet setting explosion all over the world. The soulfulness behind that first track. And I need his tailor because I actually want that jacket as well. But no, I love that. Two really awesome tracks there. I'm such a soul and R&B fan that I just slightly leaning towards the other one, but both top tracks there. Awesome stuff.
Amazing. Honestly, there's so much going on in the kingdom. You know, just there's so much joy and life in serving the King. And, you know, it's just a privilege and an opportunity to show what is happening in the kingdom. And it's bringing a lot of people, a lot of joy and a lot of warmth. I'm glad you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not coming up here, but the Nubian Queens are even saying nice uplifting song. Like, honestly, it's got that. There were two beautiful tracks there for sure. No, that's some great stuff in there. You know, just keep it coming. Keep it coming. What's next? Actually, I have to say, how's the radio station going?
It's going great. Honestly, we're having listeners from all around the globe. Romania, where else? India. It's actually been astonishing, actually, where the coverage is coming from. And actually, Hayden, the one that I just interviewed, is actually a radio presenter on GX Radio. So we're getting music. St. Vincent
International.
Yeah. I
love the way it brings them all together.
Yes, and the awards is the nominees for the GX Awards is starting on the 1st of March.
Look out for that. It's always fun with that. It's always fun with that. I am definitely looking for that. Mama Mosey, last week's subscriber, welcome back. We've got the hands clapping there. Yeah, Mama Mosey, be sure to check out Annette B's Gospel Explosion. That is something to always look out for at the end of the month. Annette, can we just catch your socials, please, for all details on how everyone can follow you and follow the journey of the Gospel Explosion?
Yes, you can catch me on Facebook, Annette B. That's Annette B EE. You can catch me on Instagram, Annette B _official. And yes, if you want to email me, email Annette B with one, just the B, not BEE. Annette B .music spelled with a Z. at yahoo.com. So send me your music. We can play, send me your videos, we can play it here on the Gospel Explosion segment. And also, as Anthony just brought up, the radio.
Of course, it's great stuff. And thank you as always. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to catch up with you next month again.
You too, Anthony, and you keep up the amazing work that you're doing.
Thank you. Honestly, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.
Peace. I love.
Okay, we'll do. That's the one. All the way. It's the Gospel Explosion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the ever amazing Annette B. Now it's time to bring in the man with those 3 special words. It's wow, wow, wow time. Mr. Stevie J, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Anthony. I'm good. How are you? How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Stevie, I'm just seeing it all. It's all there, and I'm just excited once again. I want to know if Colin Roy is still on number 1. Do we have a new one? It's such an exciting time when the chart show comes on.
It certainly is. You had a guest on earlier, and he get by the name of Grant Asher, and he had a number 1 last year in the chart show. It's all been out there.
This is what I was going to bring up. We've got Granty, we've got Annette, all number 1s, and here we are again now to see a new number 1, a potential new number 1 be crowned. Very, very exciting stuff. It just shows how the music is spreading, Stevie. Love it. I love it.
Well, I want to say thank you to all the listeners and to you guys, you, All Saint, Hazel, all the crew, Annette, everybody that's on here, Pam as well, because we keep going from strength to strength to strength. But you know, it's only exciting. It's only exciting in the chart show, isn't it, Anthony?
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So, Stevie, let's not waste any time. Take it away. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, here we go again. Same place, same time. We're always here having great, fantastic artists, producers in the Stevie J UK chart show. Let's do the rundown.
Let's start off with the top 10. Going down to number 10 this week goes by the name of Sister Ruby and that famous little track,
Love and Rap.
Teach Me.
In a cultural style, you know? Teach me Rasta man how to love you. Wow, 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 wow. Teach the empress how to kiss you. Wow, 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 wow. Try my lips, they belong to you. But teach me what to do. I'll treat you like a good woman should. Wash all your clothes and your food I will cook. Hot up the water to watch.
Going up to number 9 this week, it goes by the name of Major Popular. And a wicked little track called Prettiest Girl.
No, I wouldn't disrespect you. I always be there to protect you. I'm coming to get you, little girl, little girl. I want you in my life. I'm not gonna let you, no way, ever come out of my sight. To have you in my life, don't you know would be a pleasure. Ask me if I'm going to leave you, then I tell you never, forever, yo. You and I will be for eternity. To have you in my life, don't you know would be a blessing. You must be heaven sent, girl. That's what I'm guessing, expressing, yo. That I really love you, girl. You should know nobody else will do. So baby, come on, me and you should be getting it on. Love how you move and I love how you go.
Number one goes down to number 8. I tell you something, he's had a real good run in the chart show. Goes by the name of Mikey Tough and the Friendly Fire Band. I Will Survive.
All of the clubs and pubs locked down, I can't even dance to my champion sound, but I stay strong. Ready for self-isolation, Sean. Now we under attack, drones from out of space. So if you're going out, put gloves or put a mask over your face. Me all I wrap up my dreadlocks and bring my cleansing cream with me. Maintain a good personal hygiene and stay 3 meters away from me. So I say go straight out the door.
Going up to number 7 this week, it goes by the name of Webster James Linton with one of them tracks over 25 years old in a root style. It goes by the name of Secret Admirer.
I am one of your secret admirer. I am one of your secret admirer. I've been passing you days, passing you nights, but you don't know, girl, what is on my mind. You don't know.
Going up to number 6 this week, one of the wickedest instrumental. It goes by the name of Ray Carlos, and he has this track called Thinking Out Loud. This week it goes by the name of True Identity, and they're still there with Talk It Up Aisha.
Yeah, why you too shy? Just express what's on your mind. Don't worry, I won't be unkind. You can have a few moments of my time. There's no room for no man with still tongue. Talk up the thing, stop going like you dumb. Take a drink to loosen up your tongue. But if you want me, why don't you come and show me? Stop saying your friend will come tell me. Said baby, you're acting too.
Going up to number 4 this week, it goes by the name of Johnny B. and has a little gospel track that's absolutely tearing up the place called Blessed Is He.
In the first resurrection, blessed is He. In the first resurrection, blessed is He. In the first resurrection, prepare yourself, for the coming of the Lord is near. No man will know the time of the coming of our Lord. Well, just like in the days of Noah and the ark, no man knew the coming of the rain. So shall the Son of Man come in a time most unexpected. There is blessings in the first resurrection. There is blessings in the first resurrection.
Mayhem. The top 3 is absolute mayhem. Last week's number 1 goes down to number 3 this week. It goes by the name of Colin Roy and that famous little track, I Want You Back.
I come home to you, baby. You tell me that it's over. How come I didn't know I wasn't treating you right? I couldn't see that you're hurting. Someone's been dissing on me lately. Ain't a girl in this world I wanna be with for life. So be that rose in my party tonight. Everyone knows that I'm treating you right. I'm on that road. Girl, you should know how far my sincerity goes. I wanna be back with you, baby. I wanna roll with you, lady.
Battle of the Giants for the top 2 places. I'm telling you something, man. Going up to number 2 this week, I'm telling you something, goes by the name of Angie B. And When You See Miyako.
You're trying to destroy God's plan right here in a dirty Babylon. Forgetting we're the chosen ones. You cannot change the Father's hand. Look how long we're in this land. Now you're coming with your own.
The famous 3 words, wow, wow, wow. Yes, a brand new number 1. I am telling you, it goes by the name of Harmony. And I tell you, this is a stingy little track, and it's called Never Letting Go.
I just want to say a big thank you to all of you that voted and purchased my new single, Never Letting Go, and making it number 1 on the Stevie J chart show. Really appreciate it. So thank you all again. You know, God bless, and remember to stay safe.
When you came to me that day and you said you're gonna stay, girl, my heart was filled with joy, I've got to admit it. I was truly overwhelmed with each moment that we spent. It was clear to me right then that I was committed. Ooh. Hold me, love me, hold me, baby. Caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. Hold me, love me, love me, baby. Caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. Hold me close and hold so tight. I could feel your inner thoughts and all your desire. Yeah, I'm gonna give you everything, 'cause of all the joy you bring. By the way you're touching me, your love is on fire. Hold me, love me, hold me, baby. Caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. Hold me, love me, make me, baby. Caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. Hold me, love me, hold me, baby. Caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. Hold me, love me, hold me, caress me, squeeze me, never letting go. For you, the stars are aligning. My love for you is rising. I can't believe that I found you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold me, baby. Love me, squeeze me, never letting go. Love me, baby. Squeeze me, never letting go. Never letting go. Hold me, love me, girl. Never letting go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lovely track. Stevie's not here at the moment. Internet connections. It's not only me, but yeah, what can we say? Congratulations to Harmony. I do believe he's Don Campbell's younger brother, but we will get that confirmed. If you do want to support any of the artists out there, please do. All you have to do to vote for any artist to get to number one is purchase the song and text 0746 311 2038 with the name of the artist. You show your proof of purchase and they could be a number one featured here on the Lifestyle and Entertainment Corner. I do also want to say hi to Barbara Patterson, Frank Patterson, the Nubian Queens, Lillian Harper. Sorry guys, I saw all your messages and I was on a major delay there. So just had to say thank you. Always appreciate all the support there. Pam, are you there with us?
You just said that Don Campbell?
I'm sure it's Don Campbell's brother. I am.
You know, I looked at him, and I'm going to tell you the truth now. I know Don Campbell, and when I looked at this guy, Harmony, I said he looks like Don Campbell, and you're telling me that's his brother?
I believe it's his younger brother. I am 95%.
Harmony, if you're watching, and also Don, if you're watching, because Don, you know I've asked you to come on the show before. That was a couple of years ago, mate. Yeah, so yeah. Connections.
There you go.
Going on. Wow, what a beautiful corner there, entertainment corner. And so what can I say? Mama Moy said, lovely slow jam, Harmony. Nubian Queen said, congratulations, well done, Harmony. And exactly that.
Claudette, thank you. You've confirmed it. He is Don's brother. There you go. I love this interaction. I love you guys so much. Thank you for that.
Wow. Donny Don, it's Pam here. We need you on the show, mate. Harmony, tell your bro. Oh, excellent. We got to round up so quickly. So I've got to quickly go on about the competitions, Anthony, if I can. It's Stephanie from Ruislip. She answered correctly. The name of the charity, remember we had Sharon Fiona from the Birmingham charity. Yeah, the food camp, initiative that they're sending out food to people, and she got that right. We also had a competition. What was the name of Stevie J's number one singer last week? What was it? Colin
Roy. Of course it was Colin Roy.
Who's the winner?
Who's the winner? I bet you would like to know. No, congratulations. Congratulations goes out to Zane in the Midlands there. Congratulations to you.
Lovely, well done. VP Records. Anthony asked the question again. What's the name of the American camp, the health camp?
Indeed. It was Safe Camp. It was Safe Camp. And our winner was sorry, get it out. Put your teeth back in. Myrna from Brighton. So congratulations there to Myrna.
Another Myrna. Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
We love that from Brighton. Excellent, excellent. Right. We have to say the credits now. Tamaray Event Designers.
Bear with me 1 second, Pam.
Oh.
Would you believe it? Logging in right now. Harmony, how you doing, sir?
Gosh.
Congratulations.
I've made it.
No, well done. I mean, how was the feeling? Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. The feeling, I just feel blessed because it's a new year, and to come into the new year and be #1 in the Stevie J chart show. I mean, yeah, I just feel blessed right now.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I mean, we were just mentioning there. I mean, yeah, we just had it confirmed that you are Don Campbell's brother, but an artist in your own right, doing fantastic music. So I love that the family are such a great talent, giving us wonderful, wonderful music to enjoy throughout the years. So thank you for that.
Harmony, I've got to tell you that I do know your brother, and if you tell him, Pam, Jackie's sister, and also the fact that I was in a video with him and General Saint.
Oh,
this
back in the day,
a few years ago.
Satan Campbell, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lovely video that we did, and yeah, I was part of that as well. So was Jackie as well, my sister. And we do know him very well. I have asked in the car park of Asda in Wembley. I bumped into your bro and I said to him, come on, you got to come to my show. And he said, yeah. And up to now, I'm still waiting. So could you please give him the deed? We want him on the show as well. And well done to you, Harmony. Absolutely beautiful tune. There is a feel of a Michael Jackson. I just had a feel of a Michael Jackson in it. Is he one of your inspirational people?
Yes, I would say there's been a lot of inspirations. The root music in the house was reggae, and then you had the Lionel Richies, the Michael Jacksons, the Luther Vandross. So there was a lot, So, and the song is more about when you just meet someone and you're in a relationship in the early stages. So never letting go because you're so excited. You've just got the relationship, and it's you just feel that love, that vibe. Yeah.
It's the honeymoon period, then, isn't it? It's the honeymoon period.
That's correct. It's the honeymoon period. Yeah, that early stage. Let's say sometimes 3 months. They say, isn't it? The honeymoon period. But it's exciting time. It's exciting.
Indeed.
Harmony with tunes like that, I think it goes a lot longer than 3 months because it's got that nice flow. Even after the 3 months, I just play again. I get an extra 6 months out of it. You know what I mean?
Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that.
No, thank you so much. And what else are you up to? Any other tracks coming up in the pipeline? Any EP or album coming up soon?
Yeah, in the pipeline. I'm looking to do an album in the pipeline. But there might be a few singles first, just before that. But I mean, just keep your ears, your eyes. Just look out for Harmony. Look out for Harmony, definitely.
You know what? With a voice like that and a name like that, for sure, it's not one to be forgotten.
Definitely. Thumbs up, mate.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, Harmony, thank you so much, and best of luck. Hopefully, you might be here with us again next week.
You never know, innit?
You never know.
That's the one. Okay, guys. Once again, if you would like to support Harmony or any other artist, do text and purchase their songs. And so you purchase the song and you text it over to 07463 112038, and you never know, Harmony could be our #1 once again.
And I'll quickly leave my links. Anyone wants to know what I'm up to?
Yeah, please. Right? But yeah, please do.
Okay, so Twitter is Harmony128. Facebook is OneHarmony, and that's the #1. And Instagram is Derek Harmony Campbell, and Derek is spelled DERRICK. Thank you. Thank you to the Lifestyle Show, and thank you to Ben TV, and big thank you to Stevie J.
Nice one.
That's a pleasure, and we look forward to hearing your voice again, Harmony. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Check out the social, support good music, please do.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bless up.
Thank you so much, Harmony. Okay, here we go.
All right, so we best better do this quickly. Thank you to Tamaray Event Designers, Zargetti Tees. We also want to thank OTC and Lusters as well. Don't forget to send out your messages and comments to the Lifestyle email, lifestyleonben, or one word, lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Family and friends missed this live show? Don't worry about it. Watch us on Friday. This is the Sky Channel 195, BENTV Sky 195. from 10 a.m. All right. Happy belated birthday to our very own.
Hold on, Pam. We have to do this. If we're going to do this, we have to do this correctly. Can we please bring in, please, the one Miss Annette B? Okay. So what we needed to do right now is acknowledge something. This show comes out weekly, okay? Weekly. And I know it's over time, and I do apologize to the lady behind because she does so much work for this show.
Absolutely.
Every week. And it's a pleasure that I get to call her my aunt. I honestly have the honor of saying that. Auntie All Saint, thank you so much for all the hard work, every vision mix that you guys have seen, all the visuals behind the Stevie J Top 10. That's the lady who puts it together. If you are up for it, I will let you bring yourself in. If you're not, I'm just going to continue paying homage to such a great lady. And I can only say, as Pam said, happy belated. Pam, I'll leave it to you and to Annette to leave your messages to the wonderful All Saint.
Okay, so let's do a duet here, Annette. So we're going to do Marilyn Monroe style. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear All Saint. Love you like cooked food. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, as I said, I've given her the permission to bring in. She has said thank you. We haven't seen her, but Auntie All Saint, it's been so awkward because we have the same account when it comes to this. So she sees all the secrets that's out there. But the only way to end this show was to end it with her favorite song to wish her happy birthday. So for this week, ladies and gentlemen, we will end it with Kirk Diamond, which is one of her favorite songs. And that's just the way it goes. So everyone have a safe weekend. Stay safe. Until next week, I'm out. Goodbye. Happy birthday, Auntie All Saint.
If you wake, give thanks for every breath. Cause the grave full of people we can't take one. And yesterday gone, tomorrow don't reach yet. So you can still fix where you get wrong. And great people overcome when they press through. So if your will weak, it better get strong. Cause that's just the way life goes. Never give up on us, don't you give up on me. I'll never give up on you, I'm never giving up. In the roughest of times, don't you give up your dreams. Never give up for real, I'm never giving up. Never give up on you, don't you give up on me. And never give up on us, don't you give it up. Cause that's just the way life goes. Yeah, that's just the way life goes. Well, alright, yeah, tell them that that's just the way life goes. Hey, cause everybody wants to win fast, nobody wants to win slow. One door lock, me suggest, go through the window and bring your people with you. Cause teamwork, me the dreamwork, me I tell you just in case you never did know. So if you wake another day, give thanks for every breath. Cause the grave full of people we can't take one. And yesterday gone, tomorrow don't reach yet. So you can still fix where you get wrong. And great people overcome when they press through. So if you're
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the All Saints Party. Well, happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, All Saints. Colin Roy here. Wishing you a very, very happy birthday. And that's coming from myself, Colin Roy, and Stevie J. Here's to a brighter day. Happy birthday!
Imagine peace and harmony across the planet, without fighting or a hunger here at all. Every minute, every hour, there's a call to make a brighter day.
inside your soul you'll see that you're my sister. Can we find a way to make a brighter day? Does it take a miracle to get the world to change? Just a little peace and love, we'll always find a way. Does it take a hurricane to get the world to change? Happy birthday, All Saint. Hope to see you again soon. Make a brighter day and enjoy your birthday. Lots of love from Colin Roy.